play.
Let me wind the internet up first. There we go. Right, there we go. So, for those that aren't watching the what's it, Eurovision, I know Mike's gonna have to miss it and record it for later, but
Oh no.
no, I think Mike might be a bit too woke for my channels, but we'll see how we go.
I don't think so.
Well, this film tonight has everything. This has got cross-dressing, male and female, lesbians.
Yeah, I suppose it has actually.
Feminists.
It is quite woke.
It's very modern, but with lots of jokes about shagging. Right. So it's only a short film. It's an hour and 24 minutes on my digital copy.
Yeah, I think that's what I've got down for as well.
And the VHS claims to be...
end credits as well.
Yeah. Barely any. Oh. I think. 84 minutes. That's in colour. Right, so let's play this thing. Right. I'll cue that up. See what we get. A J. Arthur. All right, so... Because who owns this now? Is it Amazon owns some of them?
I have no idea.
But so if you put the rank film thing on your film,
yeah, I'll just get the.
Have you broken your phone?
Yeah, well, it's already broken. Right, so it's mine. Just okay. So I am on 4 seconds.
Okay, I shall pause mine because this has got Sidney James, not Sid James, Barbara Windsor, Joan Sims, Kenneth Connor, Bernard Bresslaw, June Whitfield.
It's come on Peter Rogers production now.
Okay, give it a second. So yeah, this is 50 years old now. This came out in November 1973.
Yeah.
And there are some doodle boobs coming up with Mishap.
Is that allowed on YouTube?
It's out of focus. I think we'll be all right.
I think that this film doesn't tick all the boxes for being a classic carry-on film. So it's slightly too modern. I think just by a year or two. But well, no, it is one of the greats. But for me, like 64 to 71,
yeah.
maybe, or 72. What's Camping? Is Camping 71?
There's so many I can't keep up. But this wasn't a success. This is one of the later ones.
This is 73, so this is getting towards the end. This is the last good carry-on film. I think I don't mind England, but England to me has just got. It hasn't got enough of the classic cast in it. It's only got her Joan Sims. She's the only one, really.
Because it's got Windsor Davis, hasn't it? And there we go. Hang on, I'm behind. So, Franz is shouting at us already down the comments. Aye, lads. So we got sunny Brighton. Is that where you're at?
Faircombe.
Well, yeah, I know, but sorry, it's filmed in Brighton.
Okay, sorry. I don't know.
Well, I thought you'd done your research.
No.
Fabulous film. What the hell for? So it's obviously
it might be like Eastbourne or somewhere like that.
The Sunshine Record. So yeah, this is. We got a dog peeing straight away.
Yeah, I mean they throw in a few. Like Kenneth, is it Kenneth Connor?
Yes.
Yeah, he was never really one of like he was in. I know he was in quite a few of the films, but he was never like. See, like what I consider the core. Like if I don't know how many of these films. I'd be interested to know. Maybe the chat knows. Maybe you know. But for me, the essential cast is Sid James, Joan Sims, Hattie Jakes, Charles Hawtrey, Kenneth Williams, Barbara Windsor, and Bernard Bresslaw. Now I don't know if there's a film, maybe Doctor, where they're all in that.
Yeah,
I don't know how many of the films where they're all those fat because.
It's a tricky one.
Other characters like Jim Dale, Kenneth, I don't really care if they're in it or not, but those characters, if they're all in it together, that makes it just like almost perfection.
Yeah, I think
this film falls short because Hattie Jakes isn't in it, and we don't get Charles Hawtrey's not in this film either, is he?
No Charles Hawtrey, no Kenneth Williams. What is it? I think Kenneth Williams was he was doing a stage play at the time, so he couldn't make it. And Charles Hawtrey was unreliable, so he wasn't allowed.
He's probably drunk.
Yes. So, good evening, Dr. Impossible. Hello, Mayan. How are you?
Jay's in the chat.
I just watched. Oh, yeah, I watched this today for the first time ever. I think I don't remember this one at all.
This movie.
Yeah, I
You've
thought
never
I'd seen
seen
them
it
all.
before?
Loads. No,
Jesus, how
I don't
not,
remember any.
this has been on TV, like endlessly repeated on TV over
don't-
and over again.
I don't watch normal TV.
Yeah, but I'm talking about back in the 90s.
Well, back in the 90s, yeah.
Like
I missed it somehow.
before like the internet, this was always on TV.
1, 2, 3.
Like
It wouldn't
Saturday
get made
night.
today. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Saturday night, ITV. But we get one of the Dad's Armies in this. Barely. And
there's a great one-liner from Sid James in this scene with the, she says, it's about inches of rain. She says, I think 9 inches is perfectly average. And he says, if you think 9 inches is average, you've been spoiled.
Yes.
I love how Sid James is like, he's from Johannesburg. But as soon as he came over to England, he's just got like this perfect Cockney accent. It's not even like, he just sounds so genuine. It doesn't even sound remotely forced.
But yeah, here we go. June Whitfield's upset. And once, I think opening. There's a gent's toilet that gets opened later, and there isn't a woman's toilet. Public toilets.
Yeah. See, I can't work out whether this film would be woke today or problematic.
I don't think I could work out it. Oh, it's women's rights. There's got the cross-dressing lesbian. They've got the guy dressing up as a woman, and it's all legit stuff.
I think it would have been woke about 5 years ago, and I think now it's probably problematic because of the toilets. So it's kind of, that's how quickly these things move. It's just
it is. You can go woke, and then you can be problematic straight away within a day. Hey, Rob.
This is the Twitter equivalent. No, this is the movie equivalent of J.K. Rowling. She was like, she was like the spokesperson for like the everybody, and then one little opinion, and then now she's like, carry on, girls.
And then they got this guy with a very bad tick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, this is what is this? Is this like autism or Asperger's or something? What? But it's not addressed at the time. We just think he's. But is it? Oh no, it's Tourette's, isn't it?
It's probably Tourette's.
He's got Tourette's, but at the time growing up, we didn't know what it was. But it is obviously Tourette's.
Yeah, I don't know.
Apologies to anyone autistic. I'm saying that was. I got my words mixed up.
Yeah, he doesn't know any better. These captions are great. Hang on. What captions? Oh. Camping is 69, dudes. Okay.
Oh, is it? I thought it was 71 for something.
I always think of it as a 70s film.
Yeah, it has a feel of a 70s movie.
Sid James is back in lecherous form in Carry On Girls. He was approaching 60 dirty on Git.
It's like Carry On Camping, where he's like eyeing up Barbara Windsor, who's meant to be a schoolgirl, and he's like in his late 50s. It's like, what? I mean, obviously she was older than that in the, she was, she was like, she would have been like nearly 30 at that point. Probably.
I don't think it was that. Wow. I don't think it was that bad, but.
No, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, maybe. So what is she now?
She's dead.
Yeah.
No, but she was a fair bit old. I think she would have been in her early 80s now. So she probably would have been about 30 and Carry On Camping.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, the dog is pissing again. Hey, Jay, I thought you were watching Eurovision. Glad you could join us. Must be a break on the songs. I don't know why, but the guy with Tourette's looks like Keanu Reeves for some reason.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves and Bill and Ted, like an older version.
Oh, wasn't he giving it to Babs at the time?
I know he did sleep with Barbara Windsor, but I mean, I can't get that image out my head of just Jamie did the other week about Barbara Windsor and Steve Mitchell. not Steve Mitchell, Phil Mitchell.
Allegedly.
Steve's his real name.
Well, isn't it every film Sid James was after? So life imitates art.
At least he's called Sid in this film. I think there's.
I know he's called Sid in every film, isn't he?
One of the lesser known films is Carry On Behind. I think it's got. Is it Carry On Behind? It's one where he plays like a criminal. He's like a gangster, and they're trying to raid the hospital to try and steal medication. He's called Vic.
Oh,
he's
yes.
called Vic. He's called Vic in that movie, but he's not sleazy in that film. He's a bad guy, and he's not sleazy. And I'm like, I don't like that Sid James. I want my Sid James in all Carry On movies to just be like. Just a lech and just called Sid. I don't care if it's even like, even if it's it's set in the Middle Ages, just be called Sid.
Was it Brian Breslau, who's also in Krull?
Bernard.
But
Say Brian.
Isn't it? I don't know.
Oh, you said Brian?
I thought I said Brian. You said it's Bert?
No, it's Bernard.
Bernard. Of course it is. Bernard. And
usually you're the one who knows all the facts about these films.
Well, that's why I got you on for the special occasion.
I feel like tonight, like you're like
slipping. I think Sid had his man sausage in many holes at the time. God bless him. We're gonna hear that a lot. Now, Bernard's wife here, or girlfriend, or whatever she's supposed to be, trying to make her look dowdy and unattractive.
Yeah, she's clearly not dowdy. She's clearly very attractive.
And she's dubbed.
Is she?
Allegedly by June Winfield.
Whitfield.
Wickfield from the 90s, yeah, that's it.
Whitfield. No, Whitfield, June Whitfield.
This is why I don't do late streams. Nope. You got money in the meter?
Yeah, sorry. I've not been moving the cursor around to the screen enough. I don't know why that. Why does that happen? That shouldn't happen, should it? Oh, it will do though, because I'm not. No, because I'm not.
You're
used
not
to
streaming.
Stuff but I'm. Yeah, so I'm used to just like constantly clicking the comments because I'm not doing that. The screen goes off. Yeah, it's June Whitfield.
Yeah, there's the 9. Have we had the 9 inches joke? Yeah, I think I was at the
meeting. That was ages ago.
Yeah. How rude. I do not like this film already. Not entirely sure what his relationship
older
is.
Joan Sims now. Yeah, he's meant to be married to Joan Sims, but she doesn't like her. Well, he's meant to. Well, he's in a relationship with her because she's like,
Yeah, because they're managing this hotel, aren't they?
Yeah, she's very jealous of Barbara Windsor, but whether they're married, I don't know. But
no good asking Babs. Okay. Oh, spoilers from France. But isn't it hypercritical of the women's group to degrade the girls at the end by ruining their show? I don't know if that's the whole, if that was the whole of the film, or if I'm reading too much into it. That is true, yeah. So they sabotage the men by hurting the women.
Girls.
They're offended by their attractiveness. Oh, hang on, Sean. He hates Carry On. Maybe he's just not seen any of the good ones.
Oh, Sean.
The whole point, oh dear, now we're going to get double entendres galore. Everything we say. Like her big end's gone. But it does have Robin Asquith in this. From the Confessions films.
This is before them, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was like mid-70s, I think.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, it must be. I did invite him on, but we'll see. I think he's on stage tonight.
Yeah, he's still He's still acting, isn't he? He's still.
Yeah, he was in that
He was in-
Benidorm show, and now he's in
Yeah.
Someone Investigates Something.
He's not really changed. He's still got the same haircut and everything. It's just.
That was a proper dog piss too. Yeah, how the hell did they train the dog to piss all over? Now they just fake it.
I do like Kenneth Connor's wife in this. She's just proper, just the complete opposite of him. She's just like
Yeah.
downtrodden, like working class sort of. He's like this upper class, not upper. You know, he's kind of like well-to-do mayor of the town, and she's just like this, you know, down and out sort of.
Holding a fag. Stand by to ram and board her. I think he's.
We're actually perfectly in sync. I'm perfectly in sync with your TV.
Oh, that's good.
Almost, it's almost like to the millisecond. You've not asked me. I see. Usually by now you would have asked a few like trivia questions. So I think it's. I think it's like. I think. I think
I know about this one. That's very.
No, but I'm talking about the Carry On franchise in general.
Well, I'm not clued up as I thought I was.
No, because I did my research before I came on, and you're not even asking me any questions.
You can just throw your trivia.
As in, like, how many movies were there?
Go on then. How many were there?
Yeah, have a guess. Have a guess.
What?
Well, how many Carry On movies? Yeah, just like 30. A rough guess.
The 23.
There's 31.
Fuck, I was gonna say 32.
What year was the first Carry On movie?
56.
You're close, 58. Carry On Sergeant.
Yeah.
I think Columbus. You'll know Columbus probably because that's probably a 90.
Yeah, I've never seen that one because of its bad
I've
reputation.
not seen it. No, I think that was 92.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is quite an easy one, I think. Like, which actor or actress appeared in most Carry On films?
That's a tricky one.
Well, I mean, if you think about it in terms of like what you've seen and the people who appear over and over again.
I was going to say Hattie Jakes, but
I'll give you a clue. He is not in this film.
Oh, Kenneth.
But which one?
Williams.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Kenneth Williams. Yeah, he was in 26.
Bloody hell.
And Joan Sims was in 24, so she was the most featured. She was the actress who was in the most films.
Are they both all by the same writer director though?
I don't know.
But yeah, they used to be. I remember these all the time at Christmas.
This is a wig Bernard Breslau's got on, I'm assuming, because he was completely bald for about 5 years before.
So apparently, because he has to wear his normal man wig and then the woman's wig on top of the man wig later.
He died young as well.
Yeah.
He's a big guy as well.
He is quite tall, and there will be some... Oh, there it is, breast exposure. Oh. Happens to us all. Why didn't you wait till we were in the tunnel?
I'm not sure. It's a really dowdy looking, they make her up to be like quite dowdy looking, but she's clearly not. She's clearly very attractive, but I don't know if it's the same girl in Carry On Camping, working in the shop where they buy the camping gear. There's just like this stunning woman. It looks a bit like her, but
yeah. Well, what 2 Bond films has she been in?
Oh, you see, but sort of Bond now. I'm lost.
Oh, we're off now.
I've seen the old ones, but I can't remember a thing about.
But they're old ones, obviously. So,
I know.
Throw a dart at it.
Need Jeff in the chat for this one.
Yeah, where's Jeff?
Jeff's probably seen Carry On Girls and thought, "What the hell's that? I'm not tuning in tonight."
Let's have a look. Poor old Jimmy Logan. He gets the best title of all, gay body. Yes, there is a gentleman who's obviously supposed to be homosexual in this.
So, do you recognise the elderly lady at reception now?
Yes, I saw it's Miss Marple, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of
Joan
the iterations.
Hickson, yeah.
I didn't until later on.
she's genuinely old. It's not like no makeup. Like when she did Miss Marple in the 80s, she was like in her 80s, I think.
She
was,
was, wasn't she?
She was
She looked,
really old.
and it's somehow
Like,
her underwear ends up on a flag.
And of course, she's got Pauline Fowler from EastEnders. See, this would be before Are You Being Served as well, which
Yeah.
I don't know whether this got her the role,
But yeah, it's just shocking who's all in these old films. Run along, we'll finish off later. Slap on the ass.
I'd love to show this to like films like this to Zoomers, these Gen Z types, and just. I mean, I don't expect them to find it funny, but I'd just be curious to the reaction, just to some of the scenes, and just like
getting a bunch of young dollies in. I think about Steve and Babs all week. Thanks, Jim. Some Rooney tenders for him. Wallis Wyan. Wallis, I should say. Wallis. So yeah, here we go. The grand opening of the toilets. Gentlemen's toilets.
I can't remember why there was what the explanation was for there being no female toilets. I think you might explain it now in the scene. I can't remember why would they not have female toilets.
But yeah, because it was specifically designed for use by the male sex, as approved in council last September. But that's about it. Good old council. Austin's here. He has never heard of this movie, but yes, sadly, these films rarely made it over the pond.
No, for obvious reasons. I don't know what the American equivalent would be. Like, whether it be like,
yeah, they didn't.
Not National Lampoons, maybe. Like, I don't mean like the Chevy Chase. I'm talking about like Animal House or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, what would you really compare?
Yeah, because their comedies were all young people, weren't they? This is like how old these bastards are in this. So there's nothing I could think of that would translate. June Whitfield is fantastic as feminist counsellor. It's almost Carry On Up the BAFTA. she does do very well in this.
Yeah, June Whitfield's like, when she died, I honestly thought she'd just lived to be like 110 or something, because she just seems so sort of.
Yeah. And yeah, they're getting upset about a beauty contest in 1973, so I don't know. We don't have those anymore, do we? Well, take care. See you later, Mayanne. Nice to join us. Oh, Spunsgun's mother is in this as well. Oh, of course she is.
Yeah, Dr. Impossible mentions Kenneth Williams is missed. I don't know why I'm echoing for some reason.
It sounds all right to me.
Oh, if it's just me, then that's fine.
Sometimes that does that.
I'm trying to find. Yeah, obviously Kenneth Williams. I'm just trying to think where they could have placed him in this film. They could have done something, obviously, but he'd have to be typical Kenneth Williams in a way,
She's called Ida Downs.
Yeah, every name is just like the most sort of on the nose sort of.
He's slapping on the ass as she goes every time. Where are we? A big dick joke followed by a small dick one. Yeah, they're thick and fast in this. I haven't seen many of the black and white ones either, because I know they're very tame by comparison.
Yeah, like the earliest. I mean, I think I've seen Constable, but I think Sid James is in Constable.
I've seen many years ago.
But it's just it's nothing like the color movies. It's just it's a lot more tame. Definitely
cheeky little thing. I like to put her across my knee. Bloody hell.
Yeah. If you use that as your thumbnail, I mean, but there be like 100 people watching the stream now.
I saw her coming around the corner 5 minutes before she did. Sexist pigs. Columbus is bad, but Emmanuel is worse. I'm always keen to see Emmanuel because that was I think that was of 18 certificate or something.
Was it? Nah, surely. Really?
I don't know.
Has it been readjusted to a 15 though?
Yeah.
Now, I mean,
yeah, definitely now.
I can't imagine that. See, I probably seen like half the Carry On films. Like there's half that I've not really got an interest in. Like
Yeah.
anything after England or in between this and England, because
Yeah.
anything like before like Cleo maybe, I'm just not that fussed about. Like I say, 64 to 71 is probably peak sort of Carry On.
I do like Carry On Abroad just because they filmed it in a car park in like outside Pinewood.
Well, what year is Carry On Abroad? Is that? That's like 70. Is that 70?
No, that's 72. So that's just before this.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's got 6.5, but I guess having Kenneth Williams in it and Charles Hawtrey does help. They're on the lots of misunderstandings.
There's Barbara Windsor's entrance now.
Beg your pardon.
Sorry.
Jeez, got me at it now. What's that? Hope Springs is a name in this, isn't it?
Miss Easy Rider on the back as well.
That's it. Subtle. And then badges on her butt. How did Miss Marple pop up in this one? Yeah. Mind you, Higson was in Clockwise, a classic.
That looks like the way she says, you want your eyes tested, drops the top and it's just the cleavage pops out.
Yeah. Sunny. Dong. Shock. They built shock absorbers into bikes. So apparently there were some cuts to this to get the PG back in the day. Some dialogue was replaced, including knee trembler, which was changed to snogging. And the fight between Hope and Dawn was reduced.
So what were the ratings back in the early 70s? Did you have 18 and 15 and
no, back in these days it was A was PG, double A was 14, I think it was back then. And then like triple A was 18.
Let me just take a quick toilet break.
And then X.
Let me just go.
I see. I think Carry On Emmanuel has only been ever shown on terrestrial TV once. That's probably why I've never seen it.
I've never seen that. That is probably the sort of movie, if you don't own it physically, it's probably damn hard to see, because I can't imagine any of these streaming services using it. Even like a torrent site, I can't imagine they've got it. It's probably like real difficult. I mean, I don't even know. It's probably got maybe a DVD.
Oh,
if you're lucky.
It is a 15 now. But yeah, so it must have been.
Sorry,
quite saucy.
Break. I'll be back in 2 secs.
Okay, I'll catch up on the chat. Goldfinger, I'm struggling with that one. Now you got it. There is a lady from Goldfinger in this who she was, I think, in the one in Florida that was reading out the. No, that was the other girl. I got mad. She was Valerie. Yeah, The Spy, Love Me and Never Say Again. Yeah, see, Franz, I knew you'd know. Bond fan and all. Valerie Leon. That's it. Thank you. I need to pick up Clockwise and Blu-ray, another film I haven't seen in years. Yeah, I haven't seen that in years. I used to love that film. Kenneth Williams is missed. Brilliant raconteur like Peter Ustinov. It's a shame he lived in Alone Alive. Yeah, because who did that play on BBC Two of his life? I can't remember the actor now. American cinema in the 70s had a reputation for being socially conscious. British cinema, not so much. The tape is very snowy. I just noticed that. I haven't been paying attention. Someone's been pausing it a lot. Unfortunately, if I mess with it, it might not come back. Hopefully it'll clear up in a minute. Clockwise still has the power to cause You already dribble when I laugh. Oh, dear. Hang on. I tell you what, I'll stop the tape, but it could backfire. Give my heads a good clean. This dirty tape. Carry On Spying as a kid. That one was one of the later black and white ones, I think.
Yeah, that was meant to be a riff on James Bond, I think.
That
I remember.
That's about as much as I remember of it.
They kind of were a bit like this sort of scary movie. So it's obviously this came first, but they did riff on a lot of the sort of like tropes at the time, in terms of movies. Carry On Cleo was came out probably after Ben-Hur. It's like that sort of like historical sort of like context to a movie, and
yep, for a very mild budget. There you go. Emmanuelle is a 15. It tries to go soft porn and fails. It even has that soft focus look to it. Yeah. Jumping on the Emmanuelle bandwagon, because there's about 100 of those films, isn't there? Now we're getting the Donkey Act. I was always in shock and awe at Babs' perky boobs. Jim Dale said she had the best perkies he'd ever seen.
They were never as big as what legend makes out, though. You know what I mean? They were like, there was always this thing about Barbara Burns. They were like average. They were just average sized breasts, I think for the time, I think like women have kind of like become a bit more voluptuous over the years, maybe, or maybe just implants.
Implants,
so it's kind of, yeah. I mean, she certainly wasn't as voluptuous as the girl who we saw, 5 minutes previous.
Yes. Oh, here we go. Here's the next one. Who's this? Are you ready for me now? More than ready, darling.
I like Peter Buff, but Peter Buff just plays the role of. He doesn't really say anything. He's just a lech for the entire movie, and that's just basically his role.
Probably method acting here. So here we go. Carry On Sergeant, Carry On Nurse, Carry On Teacher, Carry On Constable, Carry On Regardless, Carry On Cruising, Carry On Cabby, Carry On Jack, Carry On Spying, Carry On Cleo, Carry On Cowboy, Carry On Screaming, Carry On Don't Lose Your Head, Carry On Follow the Camel, Carry On Doctor, Carry On Up the Khyber, Carry On Camping, Carry On Again Doctor, Carry On Up the Jungle, Carry On Loving, Carry On Henry VIII, Carry On Convenience, Carry On Matron, Carry On Abroad, Carry On Girls, Carry On Dick, Carry On Behind, Carry On England, and Carry On Emmanuelle.
Carry On at Your Convenience is a favourite as well. the Toilet Factory, I do like that one.
Oh, yeah. So Carry On Emmanuelle's got the lowest score of 3.2.
What's got the highest? Is it about Carry On Doctor? I'd imagine at the highest.
The very un-PC Carry On Khyber's got 6.8 of all the films. Carry On Screaming 6.8. I do like Carry On Screaming, and I think those are the two highest. Yeah. There's a lot of flesh on display at the moment.
According to my website, this has got a 5.6.
Yeah, it was middle of the road. Oh, Jesus. These are swinging. Cover your eyes, children. Well, I think these are like Sunday afternoon films back in the day, weren't they? There's a cat fight with bras coming off. She's trying to rip her underwear off. Oh, no. I've done that one. The poor donkey, but at least he wasn't in bachelor party. Yeah, coked up and in a sex show. So, yeah, she's trying to cover herself so she's not on camera. Keep it PG. Counselor Fiddler. Oh, dear. Do you want to... I'm not reading that comment. Franz, how dare you?
Oh, what?
Now I'm going to have to go frame by frame.
So I'm going to have to try and find like the HD 4K version for this now.
That's the point. It doesn't have a HD release. Now I'm gonna have to look that up. You could get away with a lot more in a PG back then, yes. Ricky's here. He's real watching crap. It's a
I thought Ricky would appreciate a movie like this. I thought this would be right up his alley.
Nah, it's too funny. Here's Mrs. Spudgun. Smoking first thing in the morning.
Yeah. You just don't see smoking that often now.
No, it stands out so much these days, doesn't it? Look at that lovely kitchen. See, I remember him more from Hello Hello than I do Carry On films.
Yeah. I think he died in the 90s, didn't he?
Yeah, he.
You know, they didn't Carry On cast. They just, I mean, obviously this is they're old movies, but a lot of the Carry On cast did die. Sort of like, none of them like really lived to like a really long age. I mean, Jim Dale's still alive, I think, but
yeah, he's still going.
He's
So, yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
like must be nearly 80 now.
So Sid James died in 76 when he was 62. And that's good. Morbid. Yeah. Bernard Bresslaw was 59 and died in 93. All the little clips on the trailers for all the actors just shows boobs, basically. Peter Butterworth is the Admiral. Yes, there he is. He was 63, died in 79. They're all cursed.
So he was only, when this came out, he was only about 57, 56, 55.
Oh, a lot of snow on the video. Yeah, so he does.
People did look older back in the 70s and the 60s.
Yeah.
It's just like,
but yeah, tape's chewed up. Oh no, it's coming back. Kenneth Connor, that died 93 at 75.
oh, yeah, the decent endings then.
Yeah,
that means that he was only 55. I suppose makeup and stuff, but
Sid James was great in a British film in the 60s called The Big Job.
even that's got like a double ensemble sort of.
Yes.
He was in a film called The Lavender Hill Mob, I think, from like
that's going back a bit.
which is kind of a, was he? Oh, actually, was he in that? I think I'm getting that mixed up with the Tony Hancock show.
He was in the Tony Hancock show, but hang on, let's have a look.
I think that's where he got his. No, he wasn't. He wasn't in the Lavender Hill Mob, I don't think.
Yeah. Why are you supporting this film? They're reading The Sun now.
Yeah, well, this is before Hillsborough, so.
Oh, here we go. So here's the lady in comfortable shoes.
Yeah, this woman would fit in a new modern take on a Carry On movie. Definitely.
Yeah, they wouldn't have to change a thing.
No.
Dick Emery. I'm trying to think. Oh. I'm trying to think. Oh, he was in the 39 Steps in 1959. Probably has done some serious stuff, actually. Or am I? He's done Quartermass 2. A lot of TV shows. But yeah. Bloody hell. He's done hundreds of stuff. The Titfield Thunderbolt. That's about a train. He was in the Lavender Hill Mob.
Oh, he was. He was in it. Okay.
He's Lackery. I think it was probably one scene, but this is the worst college. It must have been enjoyed so many times. Yeah, it does seem to be. I normally give them a run through, but I didn't notice. I couldn't remember if I had another copy or not.
You need to adjust the tracking. Something I remember like back in the day.
It's supposed to be auto tracking. Cheap rubbish. It is. It is the Cinema Club one, so yeah, it's piss poor quality. So there you go. Cinema Club. £4.99. Oh, the nice picture of the collection you can have.
Did you have to buy this for the stream, or did you?
No, I had this one. Luckily, there's a few I'm missing.
What are you missing? And then I'll pick that for the next one.
I'll just buy the DVD box. It's probably cheaper than the VHS these days.
I would like to do Carry On Doctor. I think Carry On Doctor is a classic.
I think I have. I say that. Don't want to jinx it. Oh, he's reading the Daily Mail. Of all the filthy, rotten beasts. So yeah, this poor bastard gets abuse. You're a sex maniac. Hang on, I'll eject the tape as everyone's complaining. Can't let the audience down. Well, there's no mold on it.
Fran says that actress was in Hot Fuzz. I forget her name. Which actress was that?
It doesn't narrow it down, does it? There you go. That's better. Oh, here we go. More misunderstandings because Barbara's in underwear. So who was in Hot Fuzz? I'm trying to think now.
I know. I just read that and I was like, I can't think who it is.
Yeah, I forget her name. They weren't known for using high quality tape. No, didn't they always have the adjust your tracking warning on all their labels? I didn't notice at the beginning of this one, but I don't. I never read the warnings. They're usually about pirates. I'm sorry, I thought you wanted my coffee. Karen Emanuel was released pre-cert in UK, but not by rank. I think it was VCL. Trying to get past the censors.
What other movie? Like that rank organization intro. There wasn't just the Carry On movies that used it, but I can't remember. Maybe you can. What other British movies used that intro? I seem to remember that a lot as a kid.
Yeah,
I'm sure that there was other British
30s,
movies,
wasn't it?
Yeah,
there's a lot. The old Going for a J. Arthur. But yeah, they went bust, didn't they?
There ain't nothing in the world you can do to influence me. I'll be there, I'll prove it.
I love his hair. I wish I had that hair.
Yeah, so James, you always had that sort of receding hairline, which never ever kind of went. You never kind of went fully bald. It was always just the same sort of.
Of course, her dress top falls off. Do something for God's sake. Yeah, turn the other way. Oh yeah, I'll promise. Whoa. All just a misunderstanding. Carry On Nurse with Marty Hopkirk. I always liked.
I think
wasn't that another one where Bernard had to dress up as a woman?
I was getting mixed up with that. Carry On Nurse was early 60s before Doctor.
Yeah, which one was first?
I think that was because you got Doctor, you got again Doctor. I think Nurse was before Doctor. I think Matron was after.
Of course, there's many ones, isn't there? In the Doctor, Nurse, Matron. Doctor again.
But of course, you got in Doctor Carry On Doctor, you've got Charles Hawtrey thinking he's pregnant. So again, I don't know whether that would qualify as being acceptable now, or whether it would be looked as taking the piss. I don't really know.
Identifying as pregnant, yeah. The other feminist who worked with June Whitfield. There you go. All right, so there's another nude scene coming up. Patricia Franklin. Thank you, Franz. So yeah, so this is the Admiral spying on the ladies for the photo shoot. Whoa! Oh, there you go. So there's the pier in the background. Apparently, it was in disarray because the ending of this film was filmed on the pier, but there were certain sections they couldn't go on because it was so dangerous.
There's not a chance in hell that they could make a film like this in Brighton now, because Brighton is just the
Too posh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, and he's down. The budget label, the video collection, had a deal with Rank to distribute the first UK retail releases way back in 1986. I don't know if there's any dates on this release. We were 95. This release. Some scenes may be unsuitable for young children. The 25th in the series. The jokes are bigger and bouncier than ever. With these women's libbers. I was surprised to find out how long lasted. They got bought out by Carlton in the late 90s. There you go. No wonder they were always on ITV and all that such. There's Matron. Isn't she Matron in other films? The Frederick Bumble Nursery. Bernard Bresslaw had a few problematic things in Carry On films.
I don't get that. What did he mean by?
He's always dressing up as a woman.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah.
I don't think he did. Well, unless he means behind the stage, behind the scenes.
That's what I was thinking. Did he?
That's what I first read. I thought, oh, what was he up to? But then I think maybe is it in Carry On films rather than.
I mean, if that's not the only problematic thing in the Carry On movies, Bernard Bresslaw dressed up as a woman.
That's hard to believe. Yeah, they left hospitals in those days, just left babies unattended in a big room, didn't they? Rank became the Leisure Group. Yes, I remember Rank Leisure now. They bought up the Rank Library, then became ITV Global. Bloody hell. Oh, I miss Terry and June. I used to watch that.
I did as well. Terry Scott is great in Carry On Camping. He's great in that.
When he gets mistaken for knocking up the farmer's daughter.
Yeah, that's one of the best scenes in any Carry On movie.
I was here last year. I think I spoke to your daughter. She gave me some.
It's proper. It's just such a the way they treat these like out of town. They basically ridicule country bumpkins or we did he just makes it like ridiculous sort of over the top sort of like country bumpkin.
Yeah. Even the babies were wetting themselves. You'd be making a mountain out of a molehill. Now, if you hadn't been wearing your underpants, his wife needs to go to the toilet, and there's no ladies' toilets available.
I think the reason, when you look at modern films, why they don't use extremely tall actors, you can see it with movies when you've got people as tall as Bernard Bresslaw, it doesn't really fit, does it? Because you got Kenneth Connor's about 5'5", and he's 6'5", yes. And it just looks so he
has to sit on the desk. And then when he walks over him, he's 2 foot.
That's why there's so few Hollywood actors who are over 6'2". Really, there's not many.
Yeah. Okay, so he did say in Carry On films. Not only did he dress up as a woman, but I think he did black. Oh yes, he was blackface in Khyber and Jungle. Well, brownface in Khyber. And...
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I forgot about that. Because you know what that is? Because it's been so long since I've seen those films. It never even occurred to me because it wasn't a problem then. So you don't really think of it, and then because I've not seen, I think, those since the 90s. The only ones I watch on repeat, like every few years, is Camping, this Doctor, maybe Abroad. It's like
Yeah.
I was
The
never a
safe.
fan of the ones where they moved like to to like Africa or Egypt or whatever. I was more like it because it didn't really set in a different time period as well. I like the sort of like the set. It's set in of its time. The
Yeah.
late 60s or early 70s in the UK.
Remember Carry On Dick and Karen Henry a lot. Oh, here he is. See, look at this.
Robert
How
Downey Jr.
diverse.
did blackface in Tropic Thunder, so
Yeah,
that was only like 15 years ago. So
yeah. Ben Stiller says he won't apologise for that.
yeah, good as well.
Yeah. The farmer's daughter is also played by Patricia Franklin. She used the same accent in Hot Fuzz. Right. And Google that picture now.
Is she in Hot Fuzz? Is she like the owner of the shop where
That's what I'm thinking.
somebody gets killed? She's like it's like somebody gets killed in like the shop or something. Like Hot Fuzz, I've seen like multiple times, but I still
Sorry.
sort of
Yeah, actually,
rack my brains.
last month or less than that.
It's like
I still can't remember.
it's like the murder before the posh sort of like actor and his wife, isn't it? Does she die first, or somebody in the shop does? I can't remember.
Can't even find her in this list. Patricia Franklin. Oh, there's no fucking bitch. Right. Does Barbara Windsor have any? Because she seems to play the same parts like all of them in all films. Very bubbly, overexcitable.
What else could she play, really? I mean,
Patricia Franklin. She's in Shaun of the Dead as well, and The World's End. Right. Let's see if I can fucking find her. It's not an unattractive man.
it's a better attempt than some of the modern takes I've seen on it. Some of these 2023 versions I've seen not a patch on Bernard Bresslaw.
Oh yeah, there she is. Yeah, she is the shop owner in Hot Fuzz. And then bit more padding. Yes, the shop owner. Oh. Filmed in Wells, which is not far from me.
I'm going there in June.
Oh, for the
not
cathedral.
Well, I'm doing a bit of a going to Wells, Glastonbury, Torquay, Penzance, Falmouth, St Ives. Doing a walking holiday. I won't be stealing anything.
I'm gonna have to go check my car now, see if I got all my wheels and a stereo.
Oh, you know what? The abuse. It's a good job I've got a fixed skin.
If something happens, I know exactly where to get my stuff back.
I'm going to be staying in Wells, so I'm looking forward to doing a bit of a sightseeing.
It's a lovely town. You'll recognise all the locations.
I just want to see the cathedral. Well, is it the church or the cathedral?
It is a cathedral.
Is it a cathedral? Yeah.
It is a city of Wells, yes. You can. What is it? The Glastonbury tour, I guess you'll be visiting.
Yeah, I'll be doing the Glastonbury tour, yeah.
Because you can either do a long walk to get there, or you can. There's a bus.
I'll be taking a bus.
No, it's not too bad a walk.
I've climbed up Ben Nevis. I'm not going to get the bloody bus. By the way, most boring mountain in Britain, Ben Nevis. Awful, terrible. It's just like you like all the way up. Just sort of like it's like a
zigzagging.
Zigzag, yeah, it's a zigzag all the way up. It's boring as hell.
Oh, Although Wales has got Snowdonia. Was it? Scotland's got Ben Nevis. What's England got then?
Scarfell Pike. It's Snowdon, not Snowdonia.
Snow.
Are you talking about highest mount? You talking about highest mountains?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's Snowdon.
There you go.
Snowdonia is the range,
Yeah.
the mountain range. Snowdon's the highest mountain.
Right. Talking to an expert now.
You're
You see-
Welsh. You're Welsh. You should know that.
No, I'm not. Abort. Close the stream. I won't take these accusations.
Do you know what? I'm probably more Welsh than you because like Liverpool's probably more Welsh than
Yeah,
bloody.
I can
Because
see.
like
what-
half of North Wales is bloody Scousers anyway.
So you admit they're Scousers. Every time I ask them, they deny it. They're not on the Isle of Man. Oh, I loved Boys in Blue with the Cannon Ball. Remake of the Will Hay film about the headless horseman.
See, the last half an hour of this film, I always forget because I'm totally invested in the. I mean, I do love the film, but the first 60 minutes is kind of like, and the last half an hour, I always like kind of just like wander off a little bit and just, it sort of. I love the build up to it, but the actual third act is just like not really.
Yeah, nothing's really happens in this this middle bit, isn't it?
It's all about the build up to the
Yeah.
actual, and then once it's set up, it's like, oh
Yeah, we
I've
haven't,
got there now, and I'm not really.
we haven't seen any of the girls for a while. I don't think I've ever seen Educating Rita. I've seen Boys in Blue more times than I should. I'm the same. I think I've seen Educated Rita once, but
Yeah, I think me.
it's got that Scouse accent all the way through, so it's terrible.
Well, it's who is it? It's Julie Walters, isn't it? So it's not a very good one. She tries her best. She tries her best, but it's not great. Like I'm not inside. Is Michael Caine trying to do it as well? But
Bless him. He's no Sean Connery when it comes to accents.
no.
It's that very unattractive woman again.
Mm.
Very witty and cleverly written film, Educated Rita. Michael Caine's best performance until Hannah and Her Sisters. Yeah, it's amazing how many things he did, but not remembered. Yeah, everyone knows Jaws the Revenge. And The Swarm, The Hand.
The Swarm. I like the Swarm.
I love The Swarm. I love Killer Bee movies.
It's
from the
long.
70s.
It's
Yes.
too fucking long, like, but it's like 2.5 hours. But I do like it.
Yeah.
I think I've quoted this. It might have been like a totally different stream, but Jaws the Revenge. It's Michael Caine's quote, famous quote is, "I've never seen Jaws the Revenge, but I've seen the house that it paid for, and it's glorious or something."
Yes.
Basically, just
I think he's lying. Everybody has seen it, just to see how bad it is. Although he is great in it.
I'm sure it did buy him a nice house though.
Yes, because probably got his usual. What was it? His usual fee of £1 million, wasn't it, for each film?
I'd like to know how much Christopher Nolan pays him. Because Christopher Nolan loves him, and I'm just like thinking he must just pay him.
Oh, there you go. Oh, zoom in on the boobs. Directed by Bond director Lewis Gilbert. There we go. It should be mentioned. I do like Shirley Valentine. Is he off the hook now? Because she's a Scouse or a live bird or whatever it is. He does pass for a woman better than most these days.
Well, yeah.
Must be the makeup.
If it wasn't 6'5", it'd be even better.
It's touching up the EastEnders woman, Ida Downs.
I've never seen a film or TV show from like the 60s or 70s where the police aren't like just entirely inept in any way. Just always
Come on, throw your thingamabobs out. Oh yeah, here's the police. Yeah, small town, seaside town, not much to do. There is no law against a man masquerading as a woman. Well, unless it's an intent of defrauding the public. It depends what he's offering. Yeah, I can see it now in the actress from the Hot Fuzz now. Oh yes, and then he misgenders the Turn it off. This film's cancelled.
You can't do that in 2023.
I should have put a warning up, trigger warning on this film. The Michael Caine cameo in Telnet was awful. Like Nolan told him he was going to buy him a breakfast, and then randomly said, "Just say these lines, Michael," on the camera's on. But yeah, he looks old and frail, and I don't think he's walking.
Michael Caine's getting close to 90 now.
Yeah, he was very frail and gaunt in Tenant. Shirley Valentine has a nice turn by Tom Conti as a randy Greek guy, yes, but he can't. Unless he's from Greek descent himself, he should be playing those parts. He nailed it exceptionally well. Lewis Gilbert directed a terrible film in 1970s called The Adventures. Ooh, The Adventures of? Or just The Adventures? I demand that each one undergoes an examination, a physical examination to make sure they're all women.
That would definitely be problematic, because that's where the trouble lies.
Well, didn't they have chromosome tests?
We've assumed, yeah, I think we can assume now this film is definitely not suitable for 2023.
Yeah, all ladies, clothes off so we can.
It was up in the air up until actual tests of that's when we know now.
Stop him! Somebody stop him! Assuming, stop that person. Stop them! Tally ho! There we go. Boom. Yeah, walking into him would knock you flying. The randy old admiral still hasn't noticed how hairy 6 foot hairy dude. How dare you, you thing, you. Serves you right for trying, you dirty old lecher. Sorry, wrong room.
I was going to say, what is the theme for June?
June Claude Van Damme.
Okay. So where does a Carry On movie fit into that?
Randomly. I'm allowed other films. Barely done any martial arts ones yet. If I may. Although I've got some coming up, I think. She came into my fiance's room. So yeah, they're looking for a man that was dressed as a woman, but then they're not. They find a man.
Beauty king or queen? I just.
Well, is that the first time he's ever kissed Barbara Windsor or been close to her? It's always Sid James normally, isn't it? Sex mixed up at Firkham. What and where is Patricia? Beauty queen or king?
See that what is just
controversial. Tom Conti, another Nolan alum. Boat is boat. Hang on. Who was Tom Conti? in Nolan films. Oh, there you go. I haven't seen the trailer. Conti plays Einstein in Oppenheimer.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't see it doing
I've
well.
seen a trailer, but I don't know if enough people know who the hell Oppenheimer is. Like, I didn't know who the hell Oppenheimer was, so I had to Google it and so.
Yeah, I don't know much about it.
We've got
But,
Dave in the chat
yeah,
as well.
it's certainly going to be an interesting film. But like you said, I don't think it's going to make $1 billion like all his
No.
other films.
Not a chance in hell.
Emirates might do well at Oscars.
I don't know if it can, though. I don't know if it can for the 2024 Oscars because of the new restrictions.
I haven't even.
I'm not going to go into it. I'll just say Google Oscar 2024 requirements. A movie set in the 1940s, is it?
I guess so, yeah.
1930s, if it's about the
30s,
atomic
40s.
bomb. I don't know if it's going to hit the target requirements for next year's Oscars.
Is it not diverse enough cast?
I don't think it will be. I don't see how it can be unless he's just going to. And Nolan doesn't shoehorn characters in.
No, he's going to
He
go.
didn't do it with Dunkirk. He's not going to do it with Oppenheimer, so it won't be eligible.
Yeah, was there a female character in Dunkirk?
No. And there shouldn't be.
So, let's have a look. Oh, straight in. Emily Blunt is his wife.
Why is Dave just put "What are you two watching" when it's in the description of the? It's in the fucking description. It's like, just how lazy are you, Dave? It literally says.
Yeah, hang on. I'll
It
remove.
is.
No, it doesn't show. The text is there. The box office is in the toilet. Guardians is struggling. That is true. But that's a lot of people will say is because there's been so many shit MCU films that another one isn't going to draw them back. And a lot of people say they'll wait to stream it.
Yeah, it's actually really good as well. But I'm done with Marvel now, so I'll watch it. I'll watch it on streaming. I'm not going. Not pay my money to them
now. Is cinema dead? Streaming is you just picture a knob with brass knobs on.
I would have said up until before Endgame, I would have said no.
No.
I would say unless Marvel or the MCU aren't going to do shit. Marvel was like the last hope for like a giant like $2 billion box office movie. Unless Spielberg comes out with like some sort of, and he's old now, he's not going to do anything. I think cinema's just on its own.
Yeah, there's no big names.
There's nobody really. The movie star is dead. Tom Cruise is the last movie star. It's been said before. I think Tom Cruise is the last sort of like legitimate movie star.
Two big films.
You know, you've got movie stars who are in franchises, but they're not actual movie stars. They're just actors who are playing movie stars rather than movie stars playing characters, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because Chris Evans plays Captain America. Captain America is a movie star, but Chris Evans isn't a movie star. He's just Chris Evans. Tom Cruise is a movie star. But he's like 60 now. So, yeah, it's just...
Christ, yeah. Sad times. Yes, you can laugh. I bet you've never seen this. Not that I can say. You're just too lazy. There you go. Can't be bothered to read the title. I'll have it as a ticket next time. Yeah, I think the only Mission Impossible might get people back in the cinemas.
And that's 8, right? Yeah, because
is it 8 and 9?
Well, I commented on the last stream. I think you did. It was because obviously I'm a big fan of Carl Pilkington. I don't know if you know. It's just, he talked about on the Ricky Gervais show. 10 years ago. How about a plot line for Mission Impossible 8 where it's just like, and at that point they were on about 4.
Yeah, I was.
And now we've got. It's fine. It's like everything he says comes true.
Oh, she's not wearing a bra. I'd like to see him, miss. You mean her? Oh, Christ. It's a can of worms. Someone to see you, Patricia. Oh, yeah, so this is...
Now we get to see Bernard Bressel's like really ugly.
Yeah,
Gaudi.
turn it off. I
Yeah.
can't look at her.
Oh yeah, she's terrible. What a like a plain looking woman. Jesus Christ.
She's another one. She's 6 foot something.
Yeah, she's stunning.
But yeah, she is. But I don't know why they didn't use her voice, because I don't think she's got terrible. But do I look like a man? These days, it's often very difficult to tell.
This movie gets more and more.
There's one way of proving I'm not, I suppose. Not anymore. Whoops. She looks like a woman. Unless it's tucked in. Although, even Ace Ventura has been cancelled now, hasn't it?
Has he? Why?
Well, the first film, because it has a... she's trans. She's got boobs and a dick.
I can't. It's been that. I watched that when it came out in the cinema. I've not seen it since. But oh my god,
can't watch that anymore. By the way, oh dear.
I can imagine some of those Rob Schneider films are quite problematic now as well. You know,
the male gigolo one.
The animal, the male gigolo. Yeah, some of those Rob Schneider movies are probably like, you know,
that's a big bitch. Oh, hang on. Tom Cruise can do no wrong. Watch Icarus fly. Ooh, yeah, he did recover from his chair bouncing, but if he's on making a film, he's all right. But it's the in between times he struggles. Oh, there he is. I wonder, the fire steward was it Pertwee or whatever his name is from Dad's Army as well. The warden. Right, where are we? Sorry, John Camp. How do you spell that? Campion video. They were talking about whether or not Ezra Miller will be forgiven, like Robert Downey Jr. There's a bit of difference, isn't there?
Hope not.
I don't know. Yeah, I think as soon as the Flash is out, Warner's will ditch him. Stop paying for his treatments. Because what was it? Oh, trousers are off. What was it? Robert Downey Jr. is just like drinking drugs.
Yeah, it's drugs, alcohol. I don't think he like beat any women up or anything else. So.
Kidnap children and
no, so
choked, slammed a fan. How much is that, please? 50 pence, half a quid. Blimey, it better be good. 50 pence to go to a peer show. I don't know how much that is now. Oh dear, she's up to something. Junior had a strong body of work before he went off the rails. Ezra has the Flash, and that said, well, what's that? We've got to talk about Kevin. Got him recognised, didn't it? And then, unfortunately, did the Harry Potter light films. How do we cancel people who want to cancel everything?
We don't, because we're better than them.
Well, I think, isn't it Roy Chubby Brown's been cancelled now, hasn't he? Because
it was cancelled by Sheffield Council because he said it was offensive. Like when it's like, but
he's been there for 40 years.
He's been doing it for so you know what you're going to get with Roy Chubby Brown. Who are they to decide what the people of Sheffield can? Well,
if they're selling tickets, it's up to the people.
Pathetic. Yeah,
I'm just saying. Well, he's problematic now. Oh, bloody hell! That plain woman's distracting me again.
No,
she's not.
Never resort to their levels of censorship. You just laugh at them and move on.
Yeah, don't take it as facts. Did you know Stacy Keach was originally going to play Father Karras in The Exorcist? No, I did not. You're showing you're showing your button. Do you know there's certain things that women should not be showing in public? Ezra gives a hell of a rock bottom. Yeah, most people say here his is out of sight. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the Little Mermaid does well. Apparently, well, they all make money, don't they?
It's getting review bombed. Like,
Yeah,
by the,
even the trailers.
even the critics haven't really sort of taken to it. And
Is it even out yet?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it must
But
be
it's
just
not.
out for
It's not.
reviews.
It's not. I think Rotten Tomatoes. It's. Unless I'm getting mixed up with the Peter Pan.
Oh,
thing.
Peter Pan and Wendy. Yeah, well, it's pretty much the
That's-
same film.
Yeah.
Very dreary to look at for a children's fantasy film. Oops. Hang on. Sure there was a topless lady then. Oh, no wonder there's all snow on the picture. Dirty old man. Do you think Exorcist Believer will suck or be pretty good? Is that the start of the new trilogy?
It's meant to be shockingly bad from what I've read. There's people have been, it's been some of it's been leaked. Apparently, some of the apparently it's not going to be good. I mean, why would it be good, really?
Oh yeah, exactly. Give the keys to the kingdom to the guy everyone slated. Yeah. I don't think the people who love Little Mermaid will care about the race swapping. I just don't care about the Little Mermaid in general. Well, apparently, yeah, even the singing's not that good in it.
Yeah, I couldn't care less about the race swapping. I mean, I was banging on about I mean, I literally Little Mermaid race swapping, don't care.
No,
I only really care about race swapping when it's like stuff. Okay, James Bond. That would no, actually no. I don't. No James Bond. No Idris Elba. No,
he would have been great.
no, that would have been great. No, the only time I care about race swapping was when it's factual figures, like the Anne Boleyn thing was just
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra. That's just stupidity. If
Well,
the
yeah,
fictional
especially
characters,
documentary.
I really couldn't give a shit. Yeah, because James Bond. Yeah, I was thinking, and Idris Elba like 10 years ago, before it was become prevalent,
Yeah,
would have made perfect
while he was
sense.
young.
If they did it now, I'd be thinking they're doing it because of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But I remember 10, 20 years ago, it just wouldn't have been a thing.
Yeah. Hopefully, the Mermaid bombs high because it looks like there's no effort in that. Because was it Peter Pan and Wendy, that poor child actor that plays Peter Pan's being slammed hard for being rubbish when he's obviously not chosen for his acting ability. Ah, yes. I didn't know it was called Believer. It is the start of the new Gordon Green trilogy. We will see. It'll probably be. Will it be like the Halloween trilogy, where the first one's everyone thinks, "Oh, this is going to be good." If he gets all these right, then they change it. I don't know how you make an Exorcist trilogy of the same characters anyway.
No. I don't know why it needs a trilogy in the first place. I mean, make
a
one
legacy
movie,
sequel.
make one movie, and then see
Yeah.
how things. It's like if you're going to set up a trilogy, then you're going to be limiting how much you can tell, and you're
Yeah.
going to assume that it's going to. What if the movie bombs,
It's
and
going to be
then
filler.
you don't get? So
Yeah, if it bombs, then you've got two films that you don't know what happened in. It's like every time they do a new Terminator film, they say, "Oh, it's the start of a new trilogy." And you think, "Oh, we'll never see that one then." Oh, I can't remember which is Dominion beginning, Exorcist beginning, or Dominion. I can't remember. They're both about the same.
what the hell is Exorcist Dominion?
The prequel to the Exorcist, where they had to reshoot the whole thing, so they released both versions. Because what was it? One was Paul Schrader, and one was Rennie Harlin. Oh, here she comes.
Yeah.
Miss Firkham. I bet this was probably seen as porn back in the day. She's showing a midriff. It's hard to say. Disney went so balls deep with streaming, it's taken away some of their company's luster, and that's before you consider the other reasons. Oh, there she is, the plain Jane. Whoa! You can almost hear them saying it. By Jove. Sexist pigs. Jada Pinkett Smith is a horrible human being. A lot of people are saying that, aren't they? She's not getting many praise. Oh, not sure. Itching powder. After Halloween ends, I have no faith in the new Exorcist movie. That's the trouble. It's in trouble before it's even started shooting, wasn't it? When I announced it. A lot of men in this audience. It's one of them, Donald Trump. The Exorcist ends will be part 3. The Exorcist kills before that. I don't think he's that brave to do it that way. Call. It's gonna be. What if it's? Oh, who's this lovely lady? But yeah, so it does seem to be the unattractive ladies trying to take out the attractive ladies rather than try and take out the men. Oh, it's sneezing powder now, or pepper. The Exorcist just can't work today. People are too cynical to get really into it like they did in the 70s. Well, yes, it was. It's not going to be called a scary film, is
it? Have you seen that Pope's Exorcist that they've?
Yeah.
I've not seen it. It looks terrible, but
I enjoyed it so because it is so crazy. It's just fun. But yeah, if you're going in expecting The Exorcist, you're going to be very disappointed.
It looks like Russell Crowe's just taking the paycheck there.
He's the best. He's awesome in it. He's really fun because he's riding around his little Vespa. But I think
I might check that out then.
Yeah, it's more like a Dan Brown film than a.
Yeah, I got like that sort of vibe, you know.
But yeah, I was very entertained with it. More than I was by Evil Dead Rise. Oh, girls are on their asses. Miss Gloria Grimes. Oops.
How much itching powder have they got? Like, where did they get? How do you acquire that much itching powder?
Yeah, there's a lot of joke shops. Oh yeah, and then they make it rain. Not to mention the shitty CGI. Yeah, it will be CGI all the way in The Exorcist, won't it? Although, after all the injuries in the original, you can't blame them.
Yeah, did this film be cursed as well, like the last one?
Maybe that will be the. So yeah, they're just. The male audience are loving it. Another chucking mud. Yeah, saturation of possession films of the last 15 years. It'll just seem like another one of the knockoffs. There had been a lot of possession films recently, haven't there? Oh, see, Dr. Impossible is old enough to remember. Oh, yes, when it was released back in the cinemas in 98. It felt like people laughed because it felt like Karen Exorcist. I first saw it in the cinema in London because it was the only place you could see it before 98. Man the pumps, abandon ship. I did see Evil Dead Rise, by the way. It was okay for what it was. Yeah. I didn't get I will give it a rewatch, but it was setting up so many things that you knew what was going to happen. They want their 50p back.
I didn't know they had motorized go-karts in the 1980s.
Yeah, well, who thought that was a good idea to have on a PO? They'd CGI the green vomit and crucifix masturbation these days. Yeah, she wouldn't be touching herself with anything, would she? Who let Sid James out on a go-kart? I think they've speeded up his footage as well.
Yeah, just a little bit.
The Pope's Exorcist is getting a sequel too, yeah, because it's supposed to be based on a real person, isn't it? And then he did a lot of stuff, but if he did any of the stuff in that first film, I'd be very surprised. It's like the Warrens in the Conjuring universe. The crooked old cow.
So Sir James leaves his partner at the end of the movie with Barbara Windsor.
Well, yeah, I guess they weren't married. So, yeah, it tears off down the road, down Brighton. And a man on a moped.
I don't even get the end credits on this torrent. It just ends at the end. It just stops.
You are now leaving. Do come again. Not bloody likely. So yeah, her face.
So do you not get end credits either?
No, it just says the end.
It just ends.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was just like the stream I was watching.
No, it didn't have. I just don't. I guess because they had so many credits at the beginning of the film.
Fucking
There we
moth
go.
flying around the bloody screen.
Yeah, I usually got a little moth. He's gone now. Bless him. Right. Goodbye, Sid Fiddler. The Evil Dead was a video nasty. Yes.
What wasn't a video nasty in the 80s?
Oh, exactly. Anything with the name Dead or Chainsaw. Well, Chainsaw you couldn't have in the title. It was edited out. You can have Dead in the title, or it was a video nasty. The London print of The Exorcist must have been well beat up. I don't remember much about it. Did enjoy the film, though, seeing it on a cinema. All right. I'm sure we'll get the 50 Pope's Exorcist films. Where's Master and Commander 2? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah. The ending feels very awkward. Like that, yeah, because Barbara Windsor looks very scared after Sid James delivers his line, and they go laugh, and then she's probably expecting cut because she's going down the motorway on the back of this truck. Yeah, they looked very uncomfortable on that bike. That is true. Oh, here we go. Now he's showing off. He's got Exorcist pre-cert, first release with the insert cast card. I'll give you 50p for it. And that includes the postage. Didn't the UK get a 96-minute cut of Army of Darkness? Ooh, I don't know. I saw it in the cinema. Where we had what ending? UK cinema had the ending where it's the apocalypse ending. When you had to wait to see the other version. Right, caught up with the chat. Oh, it was on VHS. I have to check my copy. No, I don't have it here. Right. When are you live, Mike? Tomorrow night?
Or
is it a week tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I might go live tomorrow. The what?
Coming up. Your top 10 of something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's waiting for Dave. I think Dave said at the end of the month for that one. So it's probably like the last maybe. Sunday in May for that one. But yeah, maybe it might go live tomorrow. I don't know. I'm just being lazy at the minute.
That's why you're slumming it here.
I'd like to be able to have someone else do the work for me, you know.
Oh, bloody hell, it's 11:30 already.
I know.
On a Saturday night.
Bedtime for me.
It is bedtime for me. Right, we'll wrap this up. Austin's got the Exorcist Camshell VHS. I got a few copies of that. The Guild release had the Downer ending. is that the that's the Apocalypse one, isn't it? The Apocalypse ending was in the 96 director's cut. I'd have to check what mine is. Be interesting to know what it was on VHS. And the US cut was 81 minutes. It's barely a film. Right then. Thanks to everyone for joining us for this. Can't decide if it's woke or not film. Thanks for Mike for joining me.
No
And we'll see
problem.
you next time. All right, take care.